Okay, I was, as I told you, I was handling one of the largest textile mill in the world. And clearly God spoke to us, you move to London. And I was living in Indonesia at the time. We were really living a high life, and I was handling the sales and marketing of the company. And I was traveling around the world, almost about 18, 20 days. I was flying overseas, meeting distributors all around the world. And only weekends I go home. That's the kind of a life. We were living in a big condominium in a big apartment. Both my sons were studying in international school. At that time, one day we were walking across the God, I felt that we are going to move from this place. Then when I prayed, God said, leave this, I'm going to take you out from this place and I'm going to take you to London. And I never thought I would go to London because I used to be in India, I used to advocate India so much. I kind of tell everyone, even when I come to US those days, in the 90s, early 90s, I used to come. I always tell all my friends, why are you sitting here, why don't you come to India? You have to shovel your snow, you have to wash your car, you have to clean your garments, wear here, what everything is done. Like a king you can live, why are you struggling here? That's how I used to talk. But when God spoke, I left it with myself. Then somebody who came and he said, I don't know what it is, but God is telling London. I said, I know what it is, you can leave it. That time my wife and both my boys, they went for a holiday to India and they were coming and I wanted to tell my wife, this is what God has been impressing upon. So I picked her up from the airport and we started driving and my wife said, strangely, I have to tell you something. I said, I also have to tell you something, even though we spoke on the phone, but I didn't tell you. She said, first you go. I said, you go. So she told, randomly I met 3 of them this time. And all the 3 of them, they said they will pray for me. All the 3 of them said, God is taking you across the ocean. So we are not going to be here in this country for a long time. I also know, and there is also God told me. Then I said, this is what God spoke. So the next day, I used to go for a morning walk. And very next to our condominium, there is a big Siemens compound. So we were going for a walk, and while we were going for a walk, the HR director told me, Abraham, London is opened up for a highly skilled migrant program. Why don't you apply? So I said, his name is Rajesh. I told Rajesh, God said he will take me to London, so I'm going to be in London soon. But I don't have to go through this route. God will do it. He said, why don't you think that God is speaking through me? I said, you, out of all the people, God is speaking. And all the time you speak profanity in your mouth and you are trying to tell me God is speaking to you. I finished my walk, I came up, and my portion of the scriptures is Numbers 22. So, God speaking through a donkey. I said, God, you can speak through a donkey. So I took it and I asked for a supernatural sign. I applied. In one single day, we got a migration visa for the entire family. We didn't even pay 1 penny. So there are 5 of us applied along with me. Then none of them got the papers thing. I got it one single day, got it, and we came. And when I came, just before leaving, we prayed, me and my wife and 2 boys, we fasted and prayed. God, as you are taking us, you tell us where and how we have to go. And end of the prayer, my wife said, I got a vision of a house. She said there is a black color door is there, and then behind there is a kennel and a big garden. I said, okay, is there anything else? No, that's all I got. Okay, I just left it. So I came to London. I had a friend who came and picked me up. And he took me to, I asked him, and he said, I wanted to study, I have studied many people's life history. And the London Bible College made a huge difference in many people's life. So I wanted to stay very close to London Bible College so that I can go equip myself studying in the Bible College. So I went and found a place near, it's there in Northwood, in the northwest of London, and closer to that I found a house. So I went and I found a house, I paid advance, and then at that time I told my wife, this house is completely brick, okay, red in color, the door is white, and this is not according to the vision, so, but this seems to be very fine, this will suit our needs. So he said, maybe the next house will be, don't worry. So I paid there once, I went back and I stayed in the East London with one of my friends. The next day the landlord called, he said he can't give me the house because I need address proof. The bank says I may have address, then only they will open an account. And I don't have a job. So it's become a thing that he said I can't. So I took a train to go and speak to him, tell him about my status, so I went. The train is after Harrow on the Hill, it goes two directions. One goes to Northwood, the other goes to Oxford. I realized the very next station is West Harrow. By then I realized I got on the wrong train. The next station is Rennes. That's where I got on. That's where I'm living for the last 23 years or so. So I got out, I sat in the platform, I was praying. Lord, you said, come to London, I have come. Here I can't even get a house. My wife and family are coming this Friday. And I don't know where I'm going to put up. What is this? It's not happening. So I sat and prayed. I don't know how long I sat in the platform. I was very hungry, so I came out. There was a KFC, I walked across. In the KFC, there was a guy who served. I was eating, I found he seems to be a Tamil speaking guy. I asked him, he said, this district is a school district, is the best, one of the best schools down here. And this is a very nice place to stay. I asked him, where, is there any guy who can point me? He said there is a company called Robert and Terry. Okay, I went there and there was a guy, Andy, who was sitting there. I went and told him, listen, before I need a house, let me give you my condition. I don't have a job, I don't have address proof, I don't have the local bank account also. My wife and the children are coming. I need a house fully furnished closer to the station because we don't have a vehicle. He looked at me up and down, I am supposed to be condition you are giving me. He said, last night I took a house. I will show you. I came exactly whatever my wife described, that's what to do. So I immediately said, you open, I want to go to the garden. He said, you look at the house. No, I want to go to the garden. So I went to the garden, there was a shed. I said, this is the house. No problem, I'll take it. And it was not furnished. I said, don't worry, you tell the landlord, he will furnish it. And whatever the rent, he said 1100 or something. I said, no, I'll 10,050, I'll pay. You tell the landlord, he will agree. So he called the landlord agreed for everything.
Thank you, Jesus.
I even told my son, both they want a bunk bed, so I want a bunk bed. He said, okay, no problem. He got me a bunk bed. Everything brand new I received. Everything I received brand new into that place. At that time when we prayed, I wanted to start a job. God said, no noise, no sound, nothing came. I applied for jobs and I got selected because of my resume. It was so good and big jobs like £250,000 that kind of a job I have applied. In 5 jobs I was shortlisted to among 2 or 3 people, the final candidate was. So there was Christmas came, so we prayed, we sat as a family, we sat together and prayed. And we always pray one prayer, that prayer God always answers very sincerely. Lord, whatever doors are not from you, close it. Easier, God will close it. So by January, the company opened, one by one, all the doors got closed. By end of January, there was no door open. By February, I don't have any money, even to pay the rent cost. I'm praying, that time God is saying, go open the business. October, November, December, January, 4th month, I didn't have any penny in my account. At that time, God tells you open an account, open the bank, open a company. And I prayed. God said it's a Trinity business. I said, very common name. How it will be available? I called the accountant and I told him this is the company. The accountant said, give me a second alternate name. I said, no alternate name, only one name, not me. He said, no, it's very common here now. You maybe come to the country for the first time, but Trinity Business Limited is a very, very common name. It would have been registered by somebody. You give me some other name. I said, you put any name. Will you accept that name? I said, anything you put, I will accept. But I know Trinity Business Limited. Okay, he says, and then he came back and he said, I can't believe this name is available. I said, I can believe because God gave me the name. So he put Trinity Business Limited. Then I thought I will do whatever my expertise, all this. I prayed and God clearly in my heart, I didn't hear an audible voice, telecom. This is what I was kept on hearing, telecom. Sure enough, we went to Sunday church to one church, and there was a lady who come to speak. After the sermon, she comes to me and she tells me, God is going to use you in business. God is using you in telecom business. She doesn't know what it is. She also said, you are going to be telecom business. Then next 2 months, nothing happened. Then this guy came. Sami came and he talked about it. Then I went, I got a telecom business. So that is how God leads us. It comes to you and God confirms to somebody. So there are some specific things God speaks to us, and when that kind of a call comes to you, it may look, when I am sharing that as a testimony, it is very good. But when you're going through, you have to have great amount of faith and courage to go through. On February 7th of February 2003, I had only 16 pounds in my account. On 13th of February, I had to pay 1,050 rent. I didn't have any money. I didn't even book a return ticket for every one of us. I came by a one-way ticket. I said, God said it, that's it. We are not looking back. So even if you want to go back also, we don't have a ticket. All I did is, I went and I withdrew 10 pounds. I bought mutton for 5 pounds and chicken. I came and I told my wife, make biryani and chicken fry. I got a news for you. So my wife thought, so that why did the Talibani is not a job, so nothing to worry. She put up music, dancing, making biryani, chicken fry and all those things and everything. We sat, four of us sat together. I said, here is the good news. Dada has got only 6 months in the account. We don't have a ticket to go back. We can't do anything. Only God has to rescue us. So let's celebrate this. If you ask me, my biggest weakness or my biggest strength is, I simply just obey when I hear from God. That's all I do. So that becomes so this thing. So after that, February 6th, this was the same. On the September, end of September only, the first business I got money. Until such time, God supernaturally supplied money to me.
Praise God.
Somebody will come, drop a check through the door for the rent, for the electricity. Not even once I was late in paying any bills.
Praise God.
Not even once. So when I talk about faith, it's not just empty words. I know what it is. You don't have a job, you don't have anything. Both, when I went to take a job, like the supermarket job, 5 pounds, 6 pounds, you can go. They wouldn't give me any job. I tried my level best. Even that, I have got so many people job like that. I refer somebody, they will get a job. When I go, they will not. Then they said, okay, it's because you are resumed, so don't give a resume. So I just wrote down my name, address and everything. I went and gave. They said they wouldn't give me. So when God calls you, when God gives you, you know in your heart very clearly it is God, and God will confirm through somebody, and God also will confirm through the scriptures. One representative job I went to. So the lady who was interviewing looked at my CV and then I said, "Sir, will you have coffee or tea?" I said, "Coffee will do." So she said, "Come." So we got a coffee, we sat together and we started speaking. She didn't speak about my application. She exactly quoted that verse what I studied and meant. God speaking to Hagar, "Where are you come from? Where are you going?" She asked me, "Sir, where have you come? Where are you going? Where are you in your life?" It was like hitting so hard on me. I just studied in the morning. God is speaking to Hagar. That lady asked me. It's very clearly God is speaking. So God confirms that way. You know that it is God speaking. That's why I primarily say, that's why you read whenever possible. You read so much of scriptures. Put the scriptures in you. Then you will know it is God. Any word, anything, you will know it is from God.